there's a couple things that I want to get into here before the open. We're going. Here's my goal today. We're not going to do the opening 11-14 like subject thing. I'm going to try to get to it now.
Surprise.
Yeah. We're going to get to it now. All right? So let's do it. I have a Red Wings thing I want to get to. Here's the deal, Sean. Before that, though, I was disappointed in you people out there. I didn't get blown up on Twitter last night at all when Javi Baez got a name to start. I did from friends on the text messages from everywhere. And look, here's my official statement on the Javi Baez starting the All-Star game, okay?
This ought to be good.
Okay, here it is. Are Byron Buxton's numbers, far better? Yes, they are. They are. Did he get jobbed a little bit? Yes, he did. But Buxton, you play for the Minnesota Twins, so suck it.
Yeah.
That's exactly the story. Javi's starting over you, Buxton, because you're in shitty Minneapolis playing for the shitty Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
So there you go. And if it's got to be Javi, then it's got to be Javi. And I'm happy. Sean, you know this. People say, are you upset, Neil? No, I'm not upset. Anytime I can stick it to any Minnesota organization, I'm going to take advantage of that chance. And Javi provided me that yesterday, and I'm happy for it. Javi, thank you, my friend. You're the all-star starter. Buxton, get out of here.
Why would you be upset at the success of the Detroit Tigers and any player? It's kind of, you can separate the two, right? I love the Buxton bit. The Byron Buxton bit is one of my favorite bits in all of sports, okay? This is the year. This is the year.
He's finally going to stay healthy.
And he will be on the DL at some point in time. I mean, just set your watch to it. That's the way it is. I'm going to say it again, and I know I saved this for one of the four downs. If we could go back a year ago, July 3rd, we could go back in time. And I sat up here. I was doing a dumb show with you guys. And I sat up here, and I looked right in the camera, and I said, I want you all to know, I just came back from the future. Javi Baez will be an all-star. And an all-star center fielder. What would your reaction have been?
There can't be a person that would take that serious.
Through Javi, all things are possible.
With him, in the unity of the Javi spirit.
Listen to me. Not just an all-star.
Let me take some of the sacrament, John.
Not just. I'll take some of the sacrament too. Not just an all-star, okay? An all-star center fielder.
Sean, he's starting the All-Star game at center field.
You're goddamn right he is.
You're goddamn right.
Javi Baez,
he only plays one out. He misses a game every 5 games. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
All seriousness, though, I am happy for the man. I am, and I have talked about this before. As bad as it was, and it was as bad as anyone in the history of baseball. Lest we not forget.
It really was.
It was.
Yes.
He was the worst everyday player in baseball. To go from that, and look, did it become like a movement on a college campus to vote for him for the All-Star game? Yes, it did.
Goddamn right. That's aura, Neil.
That's fair.
That is aura.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, he isolated a group and used them to their advantage.
What else do you need to get yourself in an All-Star game?
Yeah.
Come on. What are we talking about?
It works.
It does.
And you know what? I am happy for him. For real, I am. Because through all of it, clearly, the same catch. Clearly, the best tagger the game of baseball has ever seen. No, but all this aside, though, Sean, I am happy for the man. Because through it all, and look, being real, and you know this, and we work with professional athletes, and we've been on team planes, and we understand how they tick a little bit. That had to be an embarrassing time for him. Personally.
Yes.
It had to be embarrassing. That man took baseball by storm into 2019, whenever it was, and went on that run. For him to put his pride to the side, for real. And a lot of guys, and you know a lot of guys would have said, oh, hamstring's tight today. I can't go. Oh, I got to go on the D. He played. He showed up and he played. So Javi Baez, all the stuff aside, I will give you props in that. Because you were the exception to what we found to be the rule. Things weren't going your way, and what did you do? You didn't pop on the DL and say, I'm done. You didn't Anthony Rendon it, man. You found a way.
Jeez.
And however it happened. So props to you.
Do you know, Neil, one of my biggest pet peeves, you've probably heard me say this before, one of my biggest pet peeves is when a guy is struggling and somebody says, but he's a really nice guy. It drives me out of my mind, okay? No, I'm serious.
He's a good dude, Sean.
You know what? Mother Teresa is one of the nicest human beings that ever lived. I don't want her as my starting quarterback. I don't want her as my starting shortstop. You know where we can include the line, he's a really good guy? And I know this from, how about inside information, okay? I'll leave it at that. And I bet if you think real hard, you can figure out. You know where you can say he's a really nice guy? As an addition to the sentence that you just said. Now it counts for something. When a guy's struggling, I don't give a shit what a nice guy you are.
100%.
This is a business, okay? It is I don't care what a nice guy you are. But you know what? For you to put up with all the adversity, to have the hip surgery, to hear all the cat calls, which were warranted, and to do what you've done, that's where I give you a tip of the cap, and that's where at the end of that sentence I say, and man, he's a good dude. He's a good. Right. Now it counts for something. Now it adds to the Spenny aura of Javi Baez.
And a little breaking news that we might be able to get into after the break. Sam Laporta comes in at number 94 in the NFL Top 100. So Sam Laporta made after kind of a step back from his rookie season, which somebody said that was going to happen because Jameson Williams was going to go over 1,000 yards last year and was called a madman. Just saying. I said Sam Laporta was going to take a step back.
But Benny and I had to ride horseback through the forest. And set up tents and rally the soldiers and have rations. But we did it.
We did it. And now I'm going even further because I'm saying all-pro JMO next year. But Sam Laporta checks in at 94 in the top 100. So it's good to see because he's still one of the best tight ends in the league. So it's good to see him get that respect.
The sooner we all get it through our head that we have a lot of options, so therefore, more often than not, you have to drop your expectations, the better off we'll be. And the better off the team is. There are way too many options. I mean, think about it. It's the Oprah bit. You get 1,000 yards receiving. You get 1,000 yards receiving. It doesn't work that way.
No.
It just doesn't work that way. If we expect, and I threw Justin $10 to this point, if we expect this guy to have an all-pro type season to be in the conversation for offensive player in the year, it's going to come at other players' expense. So think about it from a logical standpoint. Laporta's numbers might not be as good. Amon-Ra's may not be as good. How people can't figure that out, it's really unbeknownst to me, Neil.
I don't understand it either. It's simple math. A good friend of mine coined the term simple math.